Hello everyone, my name is Ben Cathro, and thanks to YouTube user Stephen McGreesh3968, I am here to bring you the first and last episode of Amongst the Shafts. Welcome to the final round of the Downhill Mountain Bike World Cup here in Mont Sainte-Anne, Canada in October. And you know what, the weather's not actually too bad right now. I, as well as many other internet goblins, had been complaining about the late date of this race, but it looks like we may just get away with it, as winter isn't due to set in until this Saturday. The race is on Saturday. I've never made it past Friday because I normally don't qualify, so I kind of forgot about that. So yeah, it looks like it might be a wet one, and the cross country is going to be a washout. Today, I'd like to update all you wonderful viewers on who's here, who's healthy, what's the track like, who's fast, and we'll try and convince Ghost Ben to cook up a few more comparisons to give you some context going into this final race. This is it, the final round of the year. Will we get a different elite male winner for every round? Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. So what's going on with the track here in Mont Sainte-Anne? Well, this is the 89th year in a row, give or take 60 years, and in that century or so, it's only gotten better and better. We're missing a bit of the old school high speed, but we've got some delightful tech and loose start that's so much fun to ride. This is the best Mont Sainte-Anne I've ridden in a while, but boy is it full on. The compressions, the rough rock gardens, the speed, it's just unbelievable to ride, and it's going to produce some excellent racing. Let's kick off with the rider chat with the big questions. Series leader Loic Bruni's series lead is down to 60 points in front of Loris Vergier. With a total of 400 available at this round, the battle is fully on. Also, Bruni had a meaty stack back in Snowshoe, and I've heard rumours that he had to get some stitches in his back to go with that big target he has painted on there. We won't be seeing one of the past winners, Benoit Coulange, who's flown home for medical treatment on his broken wrist. He joins a few other injured riders from Snowshoe who will sadly not see later in the time at the final round. Pinkbike's own Thibault Lally unfortunately crashed in the semi-final and has cracked the head of his humerus, which is definitely not funny. Dean Lucas also won't be here at what would have been his last ever World Cup, as he is recovering from a stretched spinal cord. Deem's teammates Johan Garsan and Gonçalo Bandeira are also out with dislocated shoulder and a broken foot. The junior male battle is all tied up, with Ryan Pinkerton securing the overall at the last round in Snowshoe. One of his closest rivals, Chris Hauser, is out with an injured wrist, courtesy of Snowshoe as well. So it will be up to Leo Abella and Bodhi Kuhn to battle for second and third position, or it would have been, but Bodhi unfortunately had a spill first day of practice and broke his wrist. The junior female series fight is a closer affair, with Valentina Roa Sanchez currently leading the series after a really consistent season. She's closely followed by Lisa Bouladou, who trails by 15 points, which is the difference in points awarded between first and third. Eris sits in third, and with her run of top results, she might just sneak her way up into second place by the end of play. Also, keep an eye out for Amy Kenyon, who's been back on it after some tough races mid-season. The Elite Ladies winner was decided last week by a dominant Valley Hall as she took the series win. It sounds like she's keen to lay down the law this week, which may translate into a silly time in finals. The fight now is between the resurgent Maureen Cabarrou and the hard-charging Nina Hoffman. With less than 30 points between them, it really will be an exciting finish to the season for the two fierce competitors. Monica Rasnick appears to be safe in fourth place, but it looks like Tani could slot into fifth position, which is currently occupied by the absent Camille Balanche, which would be impressive for her return season. I mentioned Bruni battling for the win with Loris Vergier at the start of this episode, but what about the Canadians sitting in third and fourth? Finn Isles is in fourth overall, only 42 points behind Goldston, and he has the pedigree of winning here last year. It would not surprise me to see Isles or Goldston flying the flag for Canada and taking the win here on Saturday. It would be cool if it was Isles though, as that would mean 8 different elite male winners at all 8 world level events, including champs. That would be mad, and it's so cool that things are so competitive that this is a possibility. Well, that's a small percentage of the amazing riding talent on display. Let's go to Studio Ben so he can break down an exciting section of this Mont Sainte-Anne track. Thank you, Outside Ben. Now, we are very lucky today. We have been donated a clip from myself, and it is on the top section of this Mont Sainte-Anne track. It is enjoyed by riders and fans alike. As I come into here, this is the shark fin section at the top of Mont Sainte-Anne. It's super fast, super cool. It's out in the open. Great piece of track. So you can see where I paused it. You can see where riders have been riding. It is the worn in line. They are riding between these two lines I'm drawing right here. This is the area of track that we have to play with to set up for this next corner. Now, there are two main lines in this next corner that dictate where you want to go. So most people are heading straight down the middle here, setting up a little bit wide, then going round the berm and into the next corner. But some people are coming down the middle here, and then they're going inside, and there's an inside line round into the next corner. It's a little bit tighter to get into, there's a little bit less support, it is shorter, but it does put you into the shark fin at a bit of an awkward angle. But you can see I'm not heading for either of those lines. I'm getting a bit creative, and you can see some other people have gone a bit further to the right, but I kind of feel like if you've gone there, you've done it wrong. So I'm going to head down this far right hand side because I'm doing silly lines. I really like doing silly lines. You can see there's a big, long, wide open corner that sets you up to go wide into the shark fin, jump off into the next section. So cool, feels amazing, rad. You can see there's a slightly darker line in the middle. That's where a lot of people have been defaulting to because it's a bit shorter, and there's an inside line in the shark fin that you can jump off into the next section as well. So it's like inside, but there is less support and it's a bit trickier to get onto. The reason people would do that is because the outside is starting to get a little bit blown out, it's maybe a bit rough coming in, and insides are cool too. On that note, I'm not doing either of these lines. I am trying to go super inside and then jump off the inside of the shark fin. Now my reason for doing that is I feel on this right hander, it's very easy to break into it and then you lose a little bit of momentum. But from this straighter line I've created, I've done my line further up the hill. It allows me to get off the brakes further up and carry more speed into the next section. Why would I do that? Let me show you. So you can see I go down, hit the inside and off of there. Now you do not touch the brakes down any of this. This is a long straight drag down the ski piste, speed tucked, no brakes. The more speed you can carry into this, the more time you save. So exit speed is crucial for this shark fin, which is why I'm electing to waste a little bit of time on the entrance to be fast on the exit. So the outside line is longer, has a bit more support, but it's getting broken up quite a lot because more riders are doing it. The insides are shorter, there's not as many people doing them, but as more people do them, they could start to get rough as well. And my super inside probably wastes too much time on the setup, but I just love being a controversial douchebag, and I think the exit speed is really good. So that's the shark fin section, really fun bit. We're gonna have to find Ghosty Ben again. He's gone AWOL, but I reckon we can find him. We're gonna compare, see who's fastest. So here we go with the ghosting analysis. We have Loris Vergier. He is fighting for the overall. He is on that standard inside to inside, super clean, looking really tidy, accelerating down through those beautiful orange trees. Look at them, lovely. Look at it, it's a really long segment we're doing. All the way to there, this is a good one, right? Oh no, we've got Loris Vergier, unbelievable. And he does the outside to outside. This is actually unprecedented. We've never actually seen Voris riding a bike this quickly before. This is going to be an exceptional comparison. We're actually going to find out who is faster. Here they come into the section, and I don't know who's in front. I've no idea. It might be Loris. It could be Voris. Okay, now we know is the outside. Voris is in front because he came into it so much faster because he didn't have to set up as much. Look at Loris. He's on the inside. He's accelerating. But here comes Voris on the outside. Look at the pace on the man. It's just, you just wouldn't have called it. And down this straight, oh, Voris, he bucks on a rock. He clips a rock and it just steals his momentum. You can see how such a tiny mistake like that adds up as they go all the way down. This massive, extremely long straight. And it's 0.11. Check that out. Voris, get a grip. Now we've got Loic Bruni, the man leading the overall. We've got all the big hitters this week. He gaps into that inside. That was absolutely textbook. I don't think we'll see anyone coming into that section as committed as that man. So we are going to compare him against, it's going to be Finn Isles, the teammate, the rivalry. He goes inside, shrubs the turn, and it looks to me like they're on exactly the same line, but they go down through the big long drawn out straight. Will they do anything different down that straight that is going to make the difference? Here we go. We got this Specialized bros. They're coming into this section. They're both going the exact same speed as the gap into that inside line. They rail the turn as we get a little glitch from Dartfish, and Finn shralps the corner. They head into the inside on this left. Who's going to get it cleaner? Finn gets off the brakes a little earlier and he gets a little bit lower. So he's going a lot straighter, and Bruni went too high on that. So Finn is out in front, but Bruni's a big boy. He's a big lad. He's got some mass to him. Can he reel Finn in down this next straight? Bruni gaps. He finds a backside. And he pumps, and he's accelerating and he is catching Finn. But is it going to be enough? When they get to the finish, it's going to be 0.09 to Finn. Mon Canada. Now we got Cade Edwards, the man who got banned from doing his qualifying run thanks to contractual obligations. He goes around that section. That was nice. It was a good gap in. It was a clean exit. He's also a big boy. He's going to be accelerating as he gaps to find a bit of smooth ground down that final straight. And now we've got Andreas Kolb. He is a man on a mission this year, and he goes super inside. Somebody did it! Somebody else did it. I'm going to call it the Cathro line, even though I was probably not the first person to do it. And he goes down to the finish, and that was looking good. So now we got Cade clipping the pole, coming into the section. Cade is coming in faster because he doesn't have to turn as tight. He gaps into that inside line as Andreas lines up for the super inside. He digs in, he gets off the brakes. Dartfish says, nah, I'm not having it. And then it is having it again. And look at the exit speed. Look at him go. Go! Come on, Andreas, get off those brakes, let it run. So Cade and Andreas are heading down this straight. It's going to be who gets the cleanest pump and the best speed tuck. Down, Cade swerving, he doesn't know where he's going. He's going the right way again. And at the finish line, it's going to be 0.12 to Andreas Kolb on the Benny Boy Cathro inside. The super in the inside of the Cathro line. There we go, Andreas Kolb on the super inside. We might have actually not shown other people doing it faster on the other lines, but that's the way it goes here at Pinkbike Productions. Well done, Andreas. Well, Studio Ben, that was the best bit of ghosting I've seen in a long time. Bloody good job there, and a golf clap for you, sir. Also, big shout out to Benoit and Kaysen Shimon for filming and editing these fine pieces of work all year. Drop a like if you appreciate their work. Hope you've enjoyed Amongst the Shafts with your host, me. I'll see you for Story of the Race, which may be slightly delayed depending on how much we have to celebrate post-race. Subscribe so you can see how rough I am. Cheers, we'll see you then.